These are 6 shameless ways to make money on the internet, mostly from home. First one here is we have microtasks. So the big name in this field is Amazon's Mechanical Turk. I don't know if you've seen on some websites where there's like 6 images and they're like, pick all the ones that have a road sign in it. That's the type of microtask you might be completing here. In general, you're probably going to make anywhere from like $2 to $5 per hour on this. It's not going to make you a ton of money, and there are some alternatives as well that are pretty much the same idea, completing micro tasks. This is not something I'd recommend for doing at home in your spare time like they show here, but if you're at work and you have a desk job where not a whole lot's going on, like let's say you're working security and basically all you have to do is sit at the desk and make sure Jeffrey Epstein doesn't kill himself. This might be something that you can do in that period of time. In the microtask category, I would also include paid surveys. This is one example of a website where you can do this, and on user testing, you tend to get paid in $10 chunks. And frequently they'll have you go over a website and talk into your microphone and say what your experience is throughout the website. But there are other ones that are more your typical type of surveys, where you're basically checking boxes, giving answers for things. Survey Junkie's one of them. There are others as well. In general, with these, I would recommend, if you're able to, like let's say you work in a particular field, like if you work in healthcare, if you can find specifically healthcare-based surveys or surveys in whatever field you do work in, something that you have a license in, those surveys tend to pay quite a bit better. With surveys that you do online, they will have screening questionnaires pretty often. You might go through 10 screening questionnaires before you actually even get a survey that does pay you. But these do tend to have a little bit higher payouts than the microtask type. Here we have the second shameless way to make money online. So this is through credit card bonuses. No, I don't think I need to explain what a credit card is to you, and you're probably wondering how is cashback, like $200 cashback after spending $500, really making money. So the strategy is you want to spend that $500 on very good deals. One of the websites I use to find good deals is called Slick Deals, but there are plenty of other options as well. The strategy is you find good deals on things and then you sell it for more on eBay. So hopefully just by doing that, you're already making a little bit of money, and then in addition you get the bonus for signing up for the credit card. And there are a couple different strategies here just to kind of maximize how much money you're getting in from doing this. One of them is something called credit card churning, where you, as soon as you get that bonus after you spend $500, move on to the next credit card. Chase has a rule where you can only get 5 credit cards per 24-month period. But Chase is not the only company. You can always go with American Express or several other companies, Discover, whatever. And what makes things interesting even further is just by buying things at a low price and then selling it, or just buying and selling things on eBay. Selling things on eBay is actually considered a business. So once you have a business, now you can get business credit cards. So these tend to have a little bit better cashback bonuses. One of the traps you don't want to fall into with things is taking out a bunch of credit cards that have really high yearly fees and then just collecting all them. You can always just cancel a credit card. It'll drop your credit score by like 5 or 6 points. It's not that big of a deal. So now things can get even more interesting now that you have a business. If you are using a percentage of your house exclusively for that eBay business, you can actually file a home office tax deduction. There's 2 different ways to file this, and this is something where you're a little bit on your own here. I have not done a ton of research. I don't use a part of my house exclusively for this, so I haven't looked into it a whole lot. But in general, there's 2 different ways to calculate how much you can deduct from taxes. There's one where you do how much square feet you have and multiply by $5, or you can figure out, let's say your apartment is 1,000 square feet and you use 100 of it exclusively for the business. Then you get 10% deduction on, so here's one of those calculations. here we go, 10% of your total costs based on all of these things. And here we have the third shameless way that you can make money on the internet, and this is through cashback websites. So these websites almost work similarly to credit cards, where you get some money back for spending money that you would be spending anyways. And you might be thinking, wait a second, cashback, that's not really going to be making me money, but stick with me here. So here's just one example is Rakuten. There's also Be Frugal, there's Swagbucks. And Swagbucks is a little bit unique in that they actually have paid surveys on there too. They're more in the microtask category, I would say. And then here's just a website called Cashback Monitor. Has a few different other cashback websites. But the trick here is done through referrals. So I don't know if you noticed that there's a, if you spend $25 when you first start off, and a lot of websites for the cashback kind of work like this, they'll give you like $10 back if you spend $25. But then there's also this refer and earn $25. So if you refer a friend and they spend $25, you'll get $25 and they'll also get the $10 back for spending $25. Now the way that we're going to take advantage of this is something I call a referral circle jerk. And I actually wanted to kind of map this out for you guys, so I drew a little diagram here. And basically how this works is, this is you over here, and then you have 3 friends. You can technically do this with less friends, but to really have a circle, it's a referral circle jerk. If you had only 2 friends, that's like a referral triangle, and you could do it, but you don't have this circle. Basically how this works is, you're starting off, you're spending $25 on some item in order to get the $10 cash back. And then you refer your friend over here who also spends $25 to get $10 cash back. When he does that, that sends $25 over your way. So now you've made $10 from buying a $25 item. And then we just kind of work our way around. It's the same exact thing. He's going to refer this person who spends $25, makes 10, sends $25 his way. This person's going to refer him who spends $25, makes 10 from that, sends $25 this way. Then you may have noticed this last person kind of gets stranded here. No one's sending $25 his way because this person's already had an account. What you have to do here is, if this was Rakuten, then next website you use for cashback, like let's say you use Be Frugal, which I think only sends $10 back, or Swagbucks, which sends 10% for a lifetime back. One person might get a little bit gypped, but it kind of makes up for it because you rotate around. Next time it might be this person getting gypped, next time this person, and you just kind of work your way around. And here we have the 4th way to make money online, and this way actually isn't really shameless at all. This is through investing in the stock market. I've made a video about this before that I'll put a link to. In general, you can expect to get 7 to 10% back per year if you're playing your cards right. Playing your cards right in general means investing in things that follow an index like the S&P 500 index. Another option you can do if you're looking a little bit shorter term, you can invest in stocks that are a little bit higher in dividends, are a little bit safer bet, but not as much volatility. You might not make 8%. But one of these are REIT stocks, so these are called REITs. These are basically real estate stocks. They tend to have higher dividends than your regular ones. They might have 5, 6, 7, 8% dividend yield per year. So that's another way to go. It's actually a personal goal of mine to have $1 million in my stock account at some point and then not work anymore. And I would just make 8% per year. So I can make $80,000 a year just on sitting there and letting my stock account go. Right now I have about $1,000 in my account, so I have a little bit of work to do. But I figure, over 30 years I've made $1,000. I should be able to get to $1 million at some point in my life, Here we have the 5th shameless way to make money online, and people might think Fiverr isn't really that shameless. Kind of disagree with that. So this is basically a website where you do like freelance work. You pretend you're an expert on things. and somebody wants to write like a personal statement to get into law school or something, you can charge them $5 or $10 or something to write it for them. There's also other things. I would say, in general here, we're talking about the gig economy. So there's always Lyft, there's Uber. There's one that I've been seeing around lately called Instacart. People just do grocery shopping for people. And then the sixth shameless way to make money from home is either by making a YouTube channel or making a Twitch stream. On YouTube, in order to be able to monetize, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours over the last 12 months. I've watched a couple videos on this, and it seems like about 1 million views for your channel will get you about $4,000. For Twitch, I'm not totally clear how much they make. If you're not super familiar with Twitch, this is a website / program where people mostly just stream themselves playing video games. I've tried watching Twitch before. I just don't get it. I don't know what makes one channel more popular than the other. Don't know why somebody would want to watch people play video games. I don't know. I'm not the right audience for it. For YouTube, though, I have noticed a trend. If you want to just get a little more clicks, and I have 1 subscriber right now, so maybe I'm not the best person to listen to, but there's this weird trend like this where people just, their thumbnail is just them with a big face and their mouth open. I don't know what it is about that, but that tends to get a lot of views all the time. This guy's mouth isn't really quite open enough to me, but he's still got a lot of views. It's Bon Appetit, they're a big channel. Oh, there you go. This guy's got a big mouth open. See, who knows who John Malecki is, but big mouth open, you get views. So just last thing, I wanted to show you guys how I made the thumbnail for this video. Started off with a green background, and I went to a website to find free stock photos where you don't need to give attributions for anything. So I looked up wow face or something and found this dude with a big face. I don't know. He's not me. Just the title. Got some money also from a stock photo. And then remember how I was mentioning my dream is to make $80,000 per year with $1 million in my bank account. Yeah, this is a good clickbaity thing, getting people to watch my video more. Yeah. Thank you guys. If you like it, feel free to subscribe. I'll put some links for you guys to click on some referrals for me. Thank you very much.